Welcome back to the channel. It is game day 19 of the Serie. AC Milan will be facing Empoli away at the Stadio Carlo Castellani Sunday, January 7th, the early game of the afternoon. AC Milan, coming off a thumping victory in the Coppa Italia where the youngsters were given the opportunity to shine under the headlights of the San Siro, morale in the locker room must be high. Good news is that Musa is back from his injury and he will be available for the game on Sunday. And also it must be said that with the reassurance of the Coppa Italia victory, Pioli now has a good amount of young players he can rely on in case needed. And finally, Gabbia is back in the roster from his loan with Villarreal and he will be available for the game against Empoli. Before looking into the probable formations, let's see where both teams are right now on the Serie A table. AC Milan currently at the third spot with 36 points, 11 wins, 3 ties, 4 losses, 32 goals for, and a worrying 20 goals against. As for Empoli instead, they're 19th, battling for their lives in order to stay in the Serie A with 4 wins, 11 ties, 13 losses. The team that has scored the least amount of goals, only 10, and they have conceded 30. This is the kind of game that Milan must not be looking at who they're chasing or who is chasing Milan. This is simply just a must-win game for Milan. Empoli is the team that has scored the least amount of goals so far in the Serie A. But do not underestimate Milan's ability to mess these kind of games up. Milan's away form has not been brilliant against some of the smaller teams, and also historically we tend to be complacent. We tend to approach these games with the wrong attitude, thinking it's going to be an easy game, easy day at the office, but we always seem to fall for this trap. If Milan wants to keep its competitors at bay, it is very important that they go into this game with the right mentality and take the W. Okay, let's look at the probable formations. AC Milan will be playing with its usual 4-3-3, Magnani in goal, on the right Calabria, the 2 centre-backs Chiara Hernandez and Florenzi on the left, but watch out for Gabbia, who might be playing for Florenzi, and Hernandez is going to go back to the left and we might have the pairing of Chiara Gabbia in the centre-back positions. When we look at the middle three, Ali is going to be in the center, taking the reins from Bennacer, who is at AFCON. Maybe Musa could also be seen as a starter, but since he's coming from an injury, it is most likely that Ali will be the starter, and he will be surrounded by Loftus-Cheek on his right and Reindeers to his left. Up top, the usual trident, Leao, Giroud, Pulisic, is going to be holding it down, and hopefully they're going to be scoring the goals, creating the assists, and bringing the 3 points to Milan. As far as Empoli, they will be starting most of their starters, even though they do have some injuries, not many. Milan will have to be careful with their young attackers, such as Baldanzi, Cambiaghi, and also veteran Caputo. But Milan will have to be more so aware of Empoli facing this match as if it's going to be the last match of their lives, because when these small teams face Milan, it always seems to be the case. In conclusion, when we look at Milan's starting 11, also the players available on the bench, and we look at our opponents and how they have been performing in the Serie A, Milan has no excuses. Injury crisis is not an excuse. Bennacer and Chukwueze at AFCON is not an excuse. These should be 3 points regardless, no matter what. Let me know in the comments how you think this game is going to go. Let me know if you think Milan is going to keep on falling for the same traps against the smaller teams, or Milan is going to ride the wave of the victory against Cagliari and come out of the Castellani Stadio with the 3 points.